That's Clone Force 99.
This is Wrecker, Hunter, Echo, Tech, and Crosshair.
Obviously, we are different.
We're all you're getting. Ha! We're all you need.
They call themselves the Bad Batch. Experimental Unit Clone Force 99. The defective clones with desirable mutations.
This is one meeting I don't want to miss.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Dad Batch Podcast, episode 93. My name is Stevie Kicks, and I am one of your hosts today. Of course, with us, as always, the other Dad Batchers, your Space Daddies. First up, he's the specialty costume manufacturer and painter, Alpha Ignition himself. It's John Rodriguez. How are you, man?
Hello. Good. Hi. I caught off guard because it's usually Brian first. And am I on mute? Am I good?
No, it's fine. Brian is. I did write up an intro for him, but he's not even here, so he probably passed out because he got home so late.
Yeah, he said he wasn't feeling so hot. So, but anyway,
I know we're gonna talk about it later. But I'm digging that little costume thing you got going on behind you.
We're gonna talk about that right at Workbench, right?
Yeah, that's looking fancy.
Sure.
How's your week, man?
It's all right. Busy, long, lots of work. Haven't had a lot of time to do much. But yeah, everything's good. Everything's cool.
Right on. Next up, this is my partner, Chesterfield McMillan. It's Raimi Shanaday. What's up, man?
It always makes me laugh too because I don't actually know which one you're gonna pull from the stack on any given day.
It's getting rough. Like the list is getting short.
It's equally a surprise for me as well. I'm doing really good. Always happy to be here. I missed you guys last week.
It's not the same.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
You weren't here for
the news sucked.
Hunter's HoloNet news.
I heard that Hunter's HoloNet news was a huge success. And I'll be doing a poll on Instagram to see if that's what people want moving forward. If that's what wins, then that's just what we're gonna do, and I'll gladly bow down.
Oh no, yeah, that's not.
Dude, it's like you're like Tom Brokaw, and John was like triumphant insulting dog that giving the news, right?
Yeah,
it was like
pretty much, yeah. I was fumbling my words. But it was fun. It was a fun experience.
Did you listen to the audio version from last week, John?
Yeah. Not all of it, but
you didn't catch the stinger at the end.
Okay. Not yet. I am like halfway wait, did I?
For anybody that doesn't listen to the audio versions, because you don't do that for the YouTube, do you, Steven?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
no way.
So, but the audio version, there's always like some funny moment from the show that makes it into like after the credits are done at the end of the podcast version, the audio one. So it's worth listening to just that, if for nothing else.
Just the last 5 seconds.
It's hard to choose because there's so many funny moments usually. So I just like when I'm scrubbing through the editing, I usually just throw whatever on, whichever one comes first. I usually just throw it on.
Yeah, I love it.
And last but not least, he's the 2-part epoxy of our little squad. It's Joe Lara. What's up, part A, part B?
Boxy's good, man. That stuff works. I'm doing good. Thank you.
Steven. Are you if you were Joe, if you were a 2-part epoxy, would you be the 5-minute quick set or would you be the 24-hour strong hold?
Depends on what's being built, but probably the 24-hour. Because I think we've talked about this. Like some people are like, I just want to get there. Yeah, I like being in the moment.
You like to take your time.
Yeah.
right? Just
Yeah.
24 hours and then you're rock solid.
Yep.
How was your week, Joe?
It's good. I'm not going to say this workbench because I didn't really do the work, but I got some new ink done.
Oh, what? We didn't know that.
I'm still in the
Bitch.
process.
Is that the other arm?
Yeah, it's the other arm.
Wait, is that the one with the tiger? No, the tiger's on your right arm.
Tiger's on the other arm. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Hold on.
Okay.
We gotta
I
zoom
thought it
in.
was an
Wait.
addition
Hold
to
on.
the tiger.
What is it? Oh, I see it. It's Rudy.
It's Rudy.
Oh, buddy.
Aw.
Yeah. So working on Rudy.
I love that. You're
Yeah,
like,
so-
kids? Rudy.
Dude, no.
Man's best friend is
Well,
man's
Kim has my whole
friend, Rudy.
lower back, Kim's face going like this.
It's sort of like saying, like, what?
Like what? What are we doing here? No. Just
That's
kidding.
awesome. That's so
Nothing on
cool.
my
I
back.
love it. I'm a big fan of that. I have my old dog's name on my arm, so I'm
Yeah.
with you. Good for you. It looks
I
good.
thought that was just because you were a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, John.
I mean,
Raphael.
they're cool too. Yeah, Michelangelo on my neck, right?
Michelangelo.
Yeah.
It was good. No, I was so it's cool. My son's in town for a few weeks before he goes on this cruise for his future work. And so we've been watching movies that he's just never gotten around to. You know, that list of movies that were like, how can you have not ever seen that movie? And so we watched Inglourious Bastards, Tarantino film. And it's like, it's so funny when just there's so many good lines in there, but when they're like trying to do this Italian accent and it's Brad Pitt, Gorlami, and it's just so horrible. Gorlami. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we were cracking up just around the house. We'll hear little things like just little phrases for the movie. But yeah, it's good to have him back. Just hanging out with the kid, and working.
Before my first son was born, I wrote a list of movies to watch or to show him.
You have a list?
And
That's
it
a
was like
long list.
it was I would because it's like, what else do you do when you're in the hospital?
Dominic Coco.
Waiting hours and hours and hours for this kid to be born.
Echo.
So I literally just went down
Dominic Coco.
I went down the list of all the movies I've ever watched, and I started listing them all, and like the ones I'm going to show him. And as my sons have been growing, I've been like checking them off on this list. Like The Goonies, Princess Bride, Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka, all this stuff. But I'm getting to the point now where I'm on the list. I'm at like The Exorcist, 1973.
Oh god.
Oh, dude.
Maybe not yet.
Wait,
The Godfather trilogy.
Wait, nope. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute.
Scarface, Bronx Tale,
Nope.
Once Upon a Time in America.
I mean, if you want them to grow up super quick, sure. But
I mean, think about it. When we were kids, we watched these movies at a very young age.
yeah, but we snuck around. Our
We also didn't have
the.
the internet, so we were supposed to be more mischievous. Like, right?
We had to try harder.
Yeah,
We had
but
to
just
try
give it a couple years, dude. For
We had
stuff
to
like
earn our shot.
Scarface. He's gonna be
Yeah.
like, Daddy, what's
Say
There's
hello
some
to my little
everything.
friend.
See, there's good ones in here. There's like Jumanji.
Margarete.
Oh,
There's
Jumanji. I was just telling Amy about Jumanji. She's like, "What?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
there's-
"It's a game, but
That's a good one.
animals and."
I have
The
Jumanji,
original?
and then right after
Robin
Jumanji,
Williams or the
right
Rock,
after
Robin
Jumanji, I have
Williams?
Fight Club.
His name
Making
was
soap.
Tyler.
And then I have Edward Scissorhands, and then Saving
Robert
Private Ryan.
Oh wow.
No, dude. Gotta wait.
Okay, so here, this is a good conversation on parenting, right? So when do you go to that next level of R-rated? What age? It's always different on the kid because some kids are a little bit more mature.
It is.
Yes, it's different with every kid.
Every kid's so whatever we're saying, please do not take our advice on exactly how to let your kids on this stuff.
I asked Raimi for this advice many years ago, and I mean his kids like actually make movies, so I feel like they have a different maybe they see it through a different lens, Raimi. But I think it's just based on the maturity of the kid, I think.
It is. And
Yeah.
and for my kid, I mean, listen, like my son had to audition for a part. I'm thinking through this, so my son had to audition for a part. I can't say what it was. There was a lot of cussing involved with the part. and he was not okay with it. To
Really?
the point, and listen, it was like we were like, dude, you need to do this because this is a good opportunity. And he just, we ended up not, he wouldn't do it.
Wow.
And it was a big part.
Ooh.
I mean, but
Dude.
they're kids, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
We have
it's
to
funny.
remember that.
It's funny because honestly,
when did you start
I had to
cussing?
guess-
When
I
did
had
you
to guess-
start cussing?
Effing
if the
dudes,
kids,
kid.
if the kids are out in the garage and nobody's around, they're like, oh, I'm gonna say a bad word, like, and they'll do it, like, and they'll think they'll like, oh my gosh, I got away with it.
No, but if they
But
see
then,
something,
but then if mom and dad are like
Oh,
asking them to read the
fudge.
script, and they're like, you are going to get
They're
paid
like-
to say this F bomb,
Well, they didn't
like,
say
nope,
fudge.
won't do it. So
they're like, yeah,
it's kind of
because
funny.
they inherently know they can't, they shouldn't, you know.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You're like, we're letting you do it. No, it's a trick. I'm
How
not
old,
doing
how
it.
old was he, Raimi? What age?
This was a couple years ago, so he was 12,
Oh man.
right,
That
right
age-
around right around 12. Yeah.
At that age, you know, they have the thing called hall pass. I'm like, bro, in this building, everything goes. F-bomb. Like, go for it. Just let it go.
Yeah.
It feels
was-
good. Just let it out.
It was
Let
like,
it
he had to pretty,
Free
I mean,
DJ.
he had
Read
to be
this
like
list.
yelling it. It was
Yeah.
the script was a little intense, but no, he wasn't going to do
Yeah.
it.
You act like he was going to be Deadpool's son.
So anywho, how was your week, guys?
It was good. So we, I mean, I don't know if I should talk about this on the workbench, but we've just been doing a bunch of house upgrades, house
Oh, yeah.
remodels stuff,
How's
and
that?
yeah, you know, I think I'll talk about it on the workbench because that's all I've kind of worked on. But I'm just busy. Now that the days are getting longer and the nights are getting shorter, it's like the kids don't go to bed at the same time, and yeah, we're getting there. Summertime, but with summertime comes a lot of fun stuff. We've, you know, I like right now, guys, we're on episode 93. I was just doing the
93?
math earlier, and we are set to hit episode 99 on June 3rd. And then we take 2 weeks off because we're going to be preparing for episode 100. Can we announce this yet, Raimi?
I mean, it's our show. We can do whatever we want, right?
That is true, yeah. We're going to be preparing during those 2 weeks for episode 100 at San Diego Comic-Con live. So stick around for more information on that.
Comic-Con.
But if you're
What?
going to Comic-Con San Diego,
We're going to Comic-Con?
we're going to
gonna be there?
Comic-Con. Yeah. We'll have more details coming soon. But I was just going through like the calendar and I was just like, wow, it's only a few weeks away.
You know what's going to be fun though, because this year we don't have a celebration, right? We had to, you know, they skipped a year. Boo, they skipped a year. But for us, we're going to try to, you know, we get to be together, which is we haven't been together since London, like all 5 of us. So, right? And when's the last time all 5 of us?
Oh gosh, you're right.
London, dude. Like you'll see
No.
Brian if he flies in for a little bit. I'm not there, or like
What about
there'll be
WonderCon?
4 of us.
Yeah, wasn't Brian there?
Not at WonderCon. Brian didn't fly out for WonderCon.
Oh no,
Oh,
he was on a
that's-
screen.
That's because he's flying out.
He was on my
Or
crotch
Yeah.
on the screen, right? Was that WonderCon? Oh no,
Yeah.
that was LA Con.
That was LA.
LA.
that was LA. Yeah, he was on my crotch in LA. He wasn't. He
Uh,
called in at WonderCon.
He called in.
Called.
But he our time slot was so late. There was no way. It didn't make sense to have him.
Yeah,
He
no.
would have been staying up to the middle of the night.
London is the last time we were sitting on that in front of the Star Wars Celebration sign. Was like the last time we really hung out.
Oof.
Ate sushi and then we like went our ways. But we're gonna be together in the summer though, July. So
Well, I'm excited because we've got a lot of stuff coming up in June. We've got stuff coming up in July for Comic-Con. We've got stuff coming up in October that we'll be talking about later on. Are you doing? Are any of you guys gonna do Dragon Con this year? That's what, August.
Yeah, at first I was like a hard no, but the more everyone's hyping it again, and I mean, we did
Is that
have-
Atlanta?
It's in Atlanta,
It's in Atlanta.
and we.
Oh, that's
we
the Drink
did-
Fest.
It's
Yeah.
the booze fest, but we did have a good time. We had a great time. We didn't drink as much as anyone at all.
Trust
we had
me.
much
Yeah.
less. But it was a really good con, and we had that Airbnb that was like a neighborhood house. It was just like,
Dude, and this is the
That was
first
fun.
year that
That was fun.
Mosh is gonna be at Atlanta this year.
dude,
The first Moshlana.
Michelana.
Moshlana.
Michelana.
Oh, Moshlana.
I do have a ticket for Dragon Con.
Michelana.
Actually, I've got tickets for Dragon Con and I've got tickets for Mosh in Atlanta.
Oh,
Moshlana.
And my work,
Okay.
my company headquarters is in Atlanta, and I've already devised my plan to get them to cover
You
my
guys,
airfare.
you guys know Tyler Bourbon and Buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
course.
He's
we've heard of him.
he's been prepping for Dragon Con. He's gonna do
Spartan
300.
The
Yeah,
Spartan thing.
yeah. He's been working out nonstop, eating like lean chicken and broccoli. and
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
I don't know if you've been seeing him. It's like nonstop at the gym, and he's like crying because he can't eat the food he wants.
Dude, it's seriously, you have to. When is that? That's in October?
No,
August.
that's August 29.
Ugh.
It's literally 1 month after.
It's kind of sticky, yeah. But it wasn't that sticky. It wasn't that bad.
We have an event coming up in October that we can't talk about yet, but we're doing that. And then we have another event coming up towards the end of the year that we'll talk about later on. But man, it's just I'm looking at the calendar and I'm just like, wow, event after event after event. It's nonstop this year. So yeah. But I guess we could talk about the first event that's coming up in just a couple weeks, right?
Is it
Maybe.
time?
It's
Yeah,
the
why not?
swap.
Oh, look at that.
You mean the prop swap? So yeah, the dad batch is going to be at the prop swap. I think everybody on the call, like Brian won't be out here for that, but all of us that are here
There you go.
on the call today are gonna be there. And in fact, let's take a look at the website. So we're 15 days away, guys. Like, are we ready? John, you're making some stuff to sell here, right?
I guess.
You've got 15 days to do it.
Ugh.
So, but I mean, look, they've got a huge lineup of guests.
A lot of cool
Leilani,
people
Pam,
They've got
Rory Dan-
Leilani, who played a Jawa.
Faces.
Dude, Pam Riddle. If you guys don't know who Pam Riddle is,
She's a legend.
she's
She's in
been
everything.
pretty much every
She's
alien
in
that you've
everything.
seen.
Yep.
Yeah. In fact, I've got something for Workbench that I've been working on that is actually for her. So we'll get to that when we get to Workbench.
Rory
But,
Ross.
Yep, Rory will be there. Daniel,
Yeah,
I saw him.
our
Daniel
movies.
was
Rory and Daniel.
was at John's casting class on Saturday,
He was.
along
And
with Judah.
also Judah and Marcus. Yeah. Judah was there too. Yeah. And
So for context, how this came to be, because there's might be some people that are hearing about this for the first time. The first one was last year, much smaller in
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like
Those
a
are pics from
homeless-
last year. That's pics from
Yeah.
last year, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
Oh,
these
Look at that picture, dude. That's hilarious.
these four guys were there last year.
no way.
And so
Hawking their wares.
basically, Mike Appling from Trooper Bay,
Funny.
he set up this whole thing and concept of bringing people together to like a swap meet, right? Of makers. And there was a pretty good turnout. We had DJ Roo from my Imperial Garrison out there spinning the wheels of
Mhm.
steel, and we had a couple of costumers from the 501st out there. No food. So Kim made a food
Oh,
run
yeah.
for me. But but this year it's it's gotten
The food
it's like
truck came by.
20 times
Good.
bigger than last year, dude. This is gonna be like a mini con kind of thing. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this year,
Look at all
they-
those people.
So
Who's
you got
there?
Pilot Bay, Calaval Armory, Dr. Sci-Fi, Planet Camino, TD Outpost,
Artistic
Padawan
lifestyle.
Collector, like the Neth Lab is going to be
Neth
there.
Lab.
Imperial Surplus. So if you
Fantastic.
Fantastic
Fantastic
Props. Woo-hoo.
Dude, Imperial
Winged Lion,
Surplus.
Padawan pins.
Imperial Surplus just sent out an email blast that they're going to give away free helmets with their armor kits.
Dude, they don't do that ever.
Ever.
Ever. Ever. They don't do that ever.
Yeah.
Padawan pins. I'll be good to see all these people, man.
Yeah,
That's cool.
we'll see Savvy there. So I mean,
We have a
again,
table, right?
these-
We're gonna do.
these-
We're doing a
we've
show,
got-
right?
Yeah, we've got a double booth there. So we've got a 10x20 space there.
We're doing a live
we'll-
show.
We'll have some stuff for sale there. I don't know that we're doing a live show, but I do believe we will be talking to the special guests that were listed on the first page.
So maybe like interviewing
Well,
people.
Well,
Then
Joe's going to
Exactly.
be live streaming. Joe's going to be live streaming all day, off and
Oh,
on.
I am.
There's the map. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll bring my extra battery
First
for my
level.
phone.
So it's indoors this year. It's at it's like the Shriners thing. It's all the information's on the way. Just go to the
And
greatpropswap.com.
isn't there an outdoor thing too for this?
There is, and I've got the map for that. He doesn't have it up on the website, but there's an exterior. So in the outside is all the costume clubs. So and they've got like that. There's like a Halo group, and the Ghostbusters from San Diego are there, along with all the Star Wars costume groups that you'd
Neat.
expect to see. So it's 2 levels inside. So we're upstairs, and yeah,
Over there in the bottom left of the second floor.
That's cool.
yeah,
That's awesome.
Cool. Oh, right
it-
by the entrance.
And
Yeah.
what is
we're right next
this
to
is-
Dave. Megan
this is the 8th of what's the date again and
June
the
8th.
time?
It's
June
June
8th.
June 8th in San Diego.
In
Yep.
San Diego.
just 15 days away
Dude,
Damn.
and change.
Oh yeah, you did.
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Tickets, get tickets now. Get tickets now.
Well, here's the thing. And
Meow.
Meow.
if you, Remy, click on the info tab at the top. Go back and then click on info.
Oh, look at that.
So it's going to be at 5440 Kearney Mesa Road in San Diego, 92111. Parking, there's going to be parking there. There's food trucks. I'm
That's right.
Excited.
Food
I'm
now.
always excited for the
Deep
food trucks.
parking. Oh, I love the food trucks. Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. You do have to buy tickets to get in. It's not free this year. Last year was free.
Oh yeah.
This year, it's $10 to get in.
Oh,
Which
that's not
isn't
bad.
bad, dude. That's not bad at
It's
all.
not.
No.
It's not.
Beer. Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Oh, is there beer?
For any of our Dad Batch listeners, if
Maybe a
you
cooler?
go to thegreatpropswap.com and you find the Prop Swaps Instagram page, repost to your stories any of their posts and tag us, tag the Dad Batch. Because when you do that, we will send you a free ticket to get in.
Yo,
What?
can I do that?
You gotta share their post and tag us. That's it. That's all you gotta
Okay.
do.
So let
Okay.
me make sure I've got this straight. So you go to the Great Prop Swap on Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you reshare any one of their posts to your story.
Yep.
And then tag the Dad Batch, tag at Dad Batch Pod.
Yep.
In that post.
You can even send us a message that you did it just to, really cement it in there. Yeah.
I mean, you could be like really fancy, but you could be like, I can't wait to see the Dad Batch Pod at the Great Prop Swap in your like put it in your post and everything, like and tag us in that. We wouldn't say no to that.
No.
That might earn you extra earn you extra brownie points when you come to our table.
Exactly.
Thanks, Steph.
Um,
Steph just put the Instagram link there for.
Speaking of our table, so John's going to be selling all kinds of props, mostly raw.
All
finished.
raw, mostly. Yeah, I don't know about finished.
You might have a finished piece or
Raw's
two.
good, dude.
I'm
Raw's
gonna do helmets for sure, and I might
Yeah.
do a couple impact resistant shoulders. So we'll see.
Ooh, those are gold.
And
I'm gonna have tons of collectibles and some props available for purchase.
Jar Jar lollipops.
Yum.
No, I sold. You
Dude.
know what? I
I have
sold all
mine.
those last year,
Dude.
and I'm
Dude,
so
those things are so
I have
funny.
mine. It's in the garage.
man.
Uh,
I can't believe how hot they became.
Dude, you like open this Jar Jar Binks and his tongue sticks out,
He tries to French you.
which is the candy that you're supposed to suck.
Yeah, you're supposed to suck on his tongue. It's kind of wild if you think about it.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. Whoever designed that, somehow that got approved by a bunch of executives.
That's
That
right.
made its way through how many layers of marketing approval, and it was
There's a
okay.
person engineering this thing.
You know,
There was a
George Lucas
person-
had to approve everything. So he was probably like, yeah, I like it.
Sure, why not?
You know what? I'd be that guy that'd have like the approval signature with something else on top of it and saying, "Hey, just sign right here."
Just sign this,
Underneath
George.
is the Jar Jar Binks plans. Instead of the Death Star plans, is the Jar Jar Binks lollipop
Oh
plan.
man. And I guess we should say happy birthday to episode 1. We're gonna have something coming up later in the show to celebrate that. But
Oh,
Oh.
is it a 1-year anniversary?
can't wait for the prop swap. Can't wait to see
Oh.
all of our friends and listeners show up.
That's
40
a bunch of good
exhibitors. I
SoCal
can't believe
faces.
it. Yeah,
SoCal faces.
it's gonna bring a lot of money because there's gonna be a lot of stuff to buy.
Somebody at my work just messaged me on Slack and said that he just saw the Project Lemonade commercial on ESPN. John,
My mom also
Snap.
texted me earlier today saying she saw it on
it
TV.
just aired.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's cool.
cool. Pretty cool.
Crazy.
Speaking of listeners seeing us,
Sorry.
Well, I know what we're putting after the credits tonight.
you know, I do want to take a minute and I just wanted to say, thank you to all of our listeners, whether you listen to us on podcasts or watch us on YouTube. Thank you for commenting, for emailing us all the time. Thank you for messaging us on the socials. We love interacting with you guys. Keep it up. And if you've been like nervous about messaging us or emailing us, don't be. Just do it. We love the interaction. We'd love to talk to you. That's just wanted to say that. And also thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. If you'd like to show your support for the show, pick up your brand new Space Daddy and Space Mom Echo shirts and stickers at thedadbatch.com. Your support goes directly into making this show possible.
This garbage is nothing like clone armor.
Looks a little tight on you, old man.
Yeah, at least I know how to wear it.
That's right, everybody. It's time for the weekly workbench. All right, gentlemen, who is working on what?
Oh, I've been working on some Helldiver stuff. There haven't been many updates since the last time we spoke about this, but I tried some stuff on just to see how mobility would be, and it's pretty awesome. There's nothing. We're missing a couple things, like a couple of buckles with straps on the shoulders and straps along the ribs to keep the back and the chest together. But otherwise, it's cool. Ooh,
Dude, yeah, I saw that you posted like a full suit up.
yeah,
And then you did like this 360 thing, right? Like a full turnaround.
yeah.
And then when you turned around and faced the camera again, you like literally lifted up, like
Yeah.
you rolled up the bottom of the armor.
Yeah, I just
a
like
shirt.
I wanted to show how flexible it was, and I was like, what do I like? What I'm like, whatever. I just like kind of just flipped it, like almost like you're gonna flip it inside out, like you're taking your shirt off or something.
You gotta get OnlyFans for that.
Ooh, somebody's spicy.
Oh, look at that
Oh.
deep sensual voice.
Oh shoot! Look at that dog. Oh,
Check
Oh,
out this
damn.
hat. Look at this
shit,
hat.
Look at that shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Pretty
hat.
cool. Pretty cool. I should talk to somebody about that.
Let it ride.
Special edition.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, I interrupted.
So, John, is this kit run just like it's over? Like I can't, like no one can get one.
Anyone can order. There's just I just have to make these first 10. I've been so busy with work and This month has been a little chaotic during the weekends because I have my sister-in-law in town and she's been traveling with my wife. So I've been watching my daughter every weekend. I haven't had any time to work on anything. They're leaving on Sunday to go out of town, so I'll have at least 2 weeks to push everything out. So yeah, I just
It's looking sick, dude.
It looked pretty good when you tried it on.
It's dope. Yeah, all the stuff's dope. I have to link up with Rami a little bit for a couple pieces because he needs he's gonna do some foam bits that go underneath two of the things.
Can I make a request?
You can request it, but
Can you throw the chest armor?
yeah, totally.
Because you've thrown the rest of the armor. So
It's easy. Yeah, I can turn it into a figure 8 right now if you want. Like linguini. No, yeah. But
And John,
but yeah,
the-
people can order. Yeah. What's up?
Oh, sorry. That chest armor. I think it's important, and I don't know that you said this out loud. Like, it's not even painted. Like
Oh,
that.
no,
What
it's
you
not.
did, what you've been
It
showing,
looks like it
that's
is.
not
Yeah.
even painted. I mean, the
That's
white,
just
the
the
white
black
details
tint.
are whatever, but
The white
it's
is,
because
yeah.
it's because
Tiny.
it's that black rubber. It just comes out looking like
Yeah,
that.
everyone's like, "Oh, damn, that matte black look is dope," and I'm like, "It's just the resin. It's just the material. I haven't done. I do one drop of black because it comes out like an opaque clear sort of normally.
Oh, the material does?
Yeah, so I do one drop of black when I mix it in, so it does this like dark gray black looking thing, and it does look awesome. And as a couple other people were asking me about that, like, is this painted? And I'm like, no, it's just that's how I pulled it.
No,
Minus
it's just
that little white bit.
standard issue Liberty.
Yeah, but I told him, I'm like, maybe you don't have to paint it. Maybe you just paint the yellow bits and that's it. And then you
Now that
show you-
costume's not going to have a lot of weathering, is it? I mean, your helmet does. I saw the latest version that you did. You had a bunch of good weathing on it, but
Well, yeah, I have one that has like a bunch of bug blood on it that I'm not using. It's just
oh, okay.
just a collectible thing. But mine is going to be normal weather. I assume we're all going to be similarly weathered because in the game you start out clean and you do get progressively dirtier or bloodier. Your cape gets torn up, so it just depends on what
Okay.
you want to. And you
Dude,
and if you don't
natural
die-
weathering. Go
And
army
it's-
crawl through some stuff.
And if you don't die, you play the next game still bloody and still all messed up.
Okay, so you don't
Yeah.
renew. You don't renew.
Unless you die, unless they have to call you back in, because you die and
And
then
this
you drop again. Yeah.
And
I'm telling
this
you,
squad is
people
you,
that have
Raimi.
this.
It's me, Raimi, David Neth, and Julio Metalorian.
Okay.
But there's no. I mean, anyone can join. It's not. It's usually a group of 4 in the game, but the more the merrier. Another buddy, Adriel, is joining us, I think, and there's going to be several people that are like people that order the kit mainly. They're like, I want to wear the SDCC too, and I'm like, let's go. Let me get it out for you because I haven't been able to yet. But
Nick, our buddy Nick and his son Evan.
Nick and his son, yeah.
Once you get those kits out, those 10 out, you're going to probably have more demand for SDCC and the cons, coming up. I bet you're going to have more.
Once people see other people wearing them, because that's the problem. I'm one person. It's been slow. I've been busy, so there
Yeah.
hasn't been a lot minus what I've shown. Because the pieces I've shown are just test pieces. They're my test.
You're making sure.
resin I need. Yeah, just saying trying to figure out the formula, whatever. I'm like, I came out a little bit thin. Screw it. I'll use that maybe or whatever. Resin ones that I'm not going to use at all. Chest, back. That I'm trying to figure out what to do with.
That's something I've never thought about, John. Like, you think about, because you make stuff and you get stuff out there, like your helmets. You've been doing this for some time. I think people don't realize, like, if you're this is the first time using a certain type of material, certain process, certain things, you go through at great lengths to make sure it works.
Yeah,
Before you
I
send
can't
it out.
I can't deliver something that's if I'm not happy with it, and my standards are they're like Brian's, like 10-foot rule style, like good enough style, like for me, but it needs to be way better than that for other people. So if I'm not happy with how something looks, like I can't send it out. I have to do it again or improve on it, whatever.
That's what I think is sick about this is I think it'd be dope if you guys didn't weather them and then just let them naturally weather.
You
And
could.
then
Good.
go get in some stuff. Like
Look,
you
even
go do a
just
shoot
fun,
in the
knocking into
desert
people.
and army crawl and it'd be kind of
Yeah.
sick, right?
We could. The knees are going to be impact resistant. Several things are going to be impact resistant. So
And they would naturally transform. They would
Yeah.
just naturally.
Oh, I just
turn.
thought of something too, John. You don't have to worry about shipping these. Because the boxes always get jacked up for you, but these ones, who cares?
Because they can bust them up if they want, for the most
Yeah,
part.
our
No,
favorite people at the UPS and FedEx
yeah,
places,
they love
they
them.
have great techniques to
Yeah.
crush boxes.
No, but yeah, some parts are still going to be resin though, so we need them to be careful regardless.
Like
the
the
Yeah.
helmet,
If
the
you don't-
helmets will be resin, right?
Helmets are resin, thighs are resin, shins are resin, forearms are resin. Everything else is almost rubber, which is it's like half and half essentially. The big stuff is rubber, the smaller things are resin, minus the knees.
That's cool.
John, if you don't paint one of these in like American flag colors for 4th of July, what are you even doing?
Oh, that's the thing too. In this game, a lot of the armors are like derivatives of the same armor. So it's like either you change the paint a little bit, or you use different shoulder files, and it's a completely different set of armor. So there's like different and a different helmet, whatever. But there's because you can do a different helmet, and you can do from the neck down different armor. So you could mix and match, swap stuff. Lots of options. It's pretty cool, pretty fun.
Right on.
Groovy.
Hey Brian, welcome to the pod.
Hi.
Thanks
I'm
for
here.
making it, man. We
Friend
thought you
Derek.
fell asleep.
I'll be on for just a little bit. I just got home. I've been driving. I've been driving for. I've been gone since Sunday, and I just got home like a couple hours ago, and I'm catching a cold, and I'm coughing, and I've been driving.
Hot toddy, man. Hot toddy.
Oh, I got a little.
There you go.
I think before you get into your
Cold
workbench, the one question we all want to know, the one question we all want answered is, did you get your peanuts?
I didn't, dude. I traveled many miles through Virginia for the past 4 days, and my favorite place, they were closed when I rolled through on Sunday, and then I did not go back that way. And then when I was out in the countryside, was that this morning? This morning they were closed. They weren't different ones that I wasn't familiar with. They were closed. So
No
peanuts.
delicious
No peanuts.
Oh, it's
Peanuts,
one
and I
place
kept-
that you go to?
Well, my favorite place is
Okay.
on my way out, and
specific.
they were closed on Sunday morning when I was driving.
Gotta
through.
go to church, y'all.
So
And these are the
oh
boiled
no,
ones,
sorry,
right?
Sunday night. Sorry.
No.
Boiled ones, right?
Boiled peanuts.
Well, they say bold. They say bold.
No.
They're bold.
I've had those. I'm not a fan of the boiled peanuts.
How do you prefer your peanuts, Brian?
I like
roasted.
nuts, bro.
Roasted, salted.
Salty
Nuts.
peanuts.
Salty and roasted. nuts.
Salty nuts.
Exactly
Salty,
how I like them.
Roasty, salty nuts.
But
Delicious.
yeah, I'm gonna hang out here for a few minutes, but I keep coughing and I feel like garbage. So
Oh man,
believe.
I believe you'll feel better soon.
I believe.
I believe.
Cool guy sent me this hat though.
Ooh.
You
Is
guys
that
have
what you want to
seen
show
this?
on your workbench?
Did you guys
Yeah,
plan
this
that?
is my workbench because my workbench is filled with work and I can't show anyone that. So I'm busy, man. I'm so busy. Yeah, it's gonna be a long 3 weeks, and then until the end of July, when you sent that schedule over, Steven, for
Oh.
when I'm out there for Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's not even all of it. That's not even all of it.
Somewhere we have to sleep.
That
I'm going to need a giant thing of coffee.
that week's gonna kill us.
You know what though?
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be so
be
good.
At least me.
so dang fun, dude. And you got us those Wolverine Deadpool tickets.
That's gonna be awesome.
That'd be fun.
That was for
Dude, sitting in the same row
fan
watching
event.
a movie. Oh my god, we're gonna be cracking up. Oh my god.
So you know what's cool on that is when Endgame came out, we had a work meeting when Luke and I worked together and Left Coast Avenger, and we went and watched Endgame together. I had seen it already, and I don't think he had seen it.
I don't think you guys. I don't think you. I'm sorry to interrupt your story, but
No.
I don't think you understand how hard these tickets were to get.
Really?
I had to be on the AMC website at like 5:30 a.m. my time to get in at 6 a.m. to the queue And then I was lucky enough to get through the queue to get the first showing tickets for the fan event. And then by the time that I checked out and went back in, like all the showings were sold out.
Whoa.
Fan event?
That's
Yeah.
why you were saying like that. That's why you messaged us at like
I was so
at
freaking
like
excited.
7 a.m. or something. You're like, I got his tickets to go. I'm like, what? Okay.
We're like, okay, but
You
like,
got-
oh shoot.
okay, because
yeah.
look,
It was random,
look,
yeah.
just think about it. Think about it. I just want to like, I'm not like putting out any expectations, right? But we're the close.
I got you.
Oh yeah, expectations. We're the closest theater to the San Diego Convention Center during Comic-Con for the premiere showing of Deadpool. Come on.
Gotta
Like-
get, dude, we gotta go as character. We gotta dress up.
Yeah.
Did you see Ryan Reynolds? He posted a story today of him in the Deadpool suit without the mask, and the only emoji that he had on there was Peter.
Oh, sick. Sugar Bear?
I'll have to
was like,
pull
oh,
that
it's
out of the
John.
closet.
Dude, it looks so good. Like that movie is gonna slay. Like there's
I'm sorry.
no way it can suck.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but I had to interrupt.
No.
You didn't
Oh,
mean to,
but
but you
anyways,
did.
so I watched Endgame. I don't think Luke had seen it, and he was sitting next to me. I'm like, he gonna cry. He gonna cry. He gonna cry. Guaranteed. I'm gonna see him cry. I cried with him. We held hands. It
I
was
cried
beautiful.
with you.
It wasn't weird.
It wasn't weird at all. It was a special moment, but that was super fun because we're in like the same scenario where like we're all together from different places.
Is he
watching this
bringing his?
epic movie?
Is he
He's
bringing
not
his
coming.
Deadpool?
No, he's not coming.
Oh man, that's-
no. That's why I'm borrowing something.
Are you?
I'm Batman.
Do you guys remember the shoes we got last year? All the X-Men shoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you know how much those are worth now?
Yeah.
Because the X-Men
Does come out
97
before the show?
series.
It does come out before the show. Oh my!
Are you serious, dude?
The
I'm looking
X-Men
right now.
97 series like
I'm
made
looking
them
right
all
now.
shoot up.
Hell
I'm
yeah!
looking right now.
Do you have yours still?
No.
Neither do. Neither y'all.
I needed money.
I remember Brian sold his. Steven, yours are gone too. Yeah.
I'm looking right now. Oh no,
Wow.
not the ones I had. Nope, Steven, they're worth what I sold them for.
Well, that's good.
Check eBay. Yeah.
No one likes Beast.
Oh, that sucks. Beast was cool. Hank McCoy.
What I miss?
Dude, that
Did I miss
series.
anything cool?
Oof.
You missed what's on Raimi's workbench.
Sorry. Go.
Oh, that's probably nothing.
Raimi
Raimi's
does-
never building anything.
I never have anything going on. Okay. I mentioned this earlier. So when we were at or we were talking about the prop swap, we were talking about our friend Pam Riddle. So she's working on a Mandalorian costume and she asked for some help with the blasters. So I'm like, okay, cool. What kind of holsters do you like? Do you have a holster? She's like, oh, I already have the holsters and this is what they fit. And she showed me a picture of like some Westars that she was that had borrowed. And then she's like, and there's two of them. So I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm printing two Westars. So here we go.
Whoa.
If you're watching this, these aren't real. These aren't real.
These are
Hey,
these are
man.
fake PPUs.
Raimi is holding up resin
pow,
printed
pow.
PPUs that are
Blasters.
actually
They were called
They're
blasters.
not-
Trigger fingers safety.
Called blasters.
Yes, trigger discipline.
Blasters.
So these ones are the Mystery Makers files, and if I had, there's a little bit of a cautionary tale here. If I had this to do over again and I have more time, there are a couple of pieces that I would have printed not in resin because having printed the mechanical parts in resin, like the tolerances didn't quite like it wasn't good. I was supposed to be able to push a button here and spring loaded and this pops out and I could like pop the ammo in it. And like I worked for 2 days trying to get that mechanism to move to my satisfaction.
Wow.
And I ultimately just threw my hands up in the air. I'm like, not going to happen with this set. I just glued them together. But the trigger works and it's a very satisfying little click.
Oh,
So
Pew, 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 pew.
it does have a spring loaded trigger.
you gotta
Which
make
that
that
part
sound
was
when you pull the
easy.
trigger, though.
But the socket that the trigger goes into is FDM printed instead of resin printed because the resin one that I like like the different types of printing have their different uses. So
for sure.
and especially like for the mechanical parts that are inside that didn't need to be resin print because nobody's ever going to see them. Like those all should have been done in FDM and just the cosmetic pieces in resin. Had I done it that way, I would have been able to push this button and it would have popped right open, could drop the ammo in. put it back together. So, but it's they're nice heavy chunk of resin in your hand. So they feel like they've got the weight of a real pew.
That's nice.
So, and then the other one, well, there's two. I've got two other things. One, but the next thing on my list is this. So, and then of course I went crazy, and because
it's like, oh, let me put on my sunglasses.
Yeah, he's.
Hey, wait, Steven, check it out.
You are matching to a whole new level.
So yeah, so it's got my
coordinate.
Look,
Yeah,
if I hold it up to my jacket, it disappears. Wait, there. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
There it is.
camouflage.
Where did it go? I don't even see it.
Gotta coordinate with the mushroom belt and the
it-
mushroom liner.
Oh, mushroom belt.
Remember,
Liner your jacket.
but you can't stop right there. You gotta do the mushroom wallet. Sorry.
Save it for the news, guys. So this hilt, as of right now, it doesn't light up yet, but I do have all the parts for it. I got the hilt came from Saber Bay online, and it's called the
Sentinel.
the Sentinel. Yeah, and this
V2.
is V2, and it came with different grips. Like, so this grip was meant to be wrapped in fabric or leather or something like that, but then it also came with this one,
Ribbed.
which is just yep.
For your pleasure.
I was gonna let you guys crack that joke, and knew I didn't have
For
to.
somebody.
This one's more like Obi-Wan's grenade
Obi-Wan.
handle.
Oh
and then,
yeah.
And then this one, which is kind of my other
love
favorite
it.
one,
Fallen Order.
it's like Jedi Fallen Order, Cal Kestis's grip too. But and I can pop
bicycle
it all apart, and like I could take this off and pull that out and put the other one
Modular.
back in. Yeah, it's super cool.
You can
Dude.
like choose what pieces you want to use, and
Yeah.
You know how those things have sound effects? It'd be cool if, as you take things apart and add things, it does like Transformer sounds, like.
But well, I guess I can. So the in addition to the saber lighting up, it's got these little auxiliary lenses. There's one of these on each side, so there will be an LED in each of those, and then there's an LED that'll be inside that you'll see shining. Like, you'll be able to look through these little vents right here, and you'll see the crystal inside.
Oh wow.
So
you know, you can
That's
make
so
those,
cool.
those little LED bezels. You can make those switches as well. Need be,
Uh,
but depending on whatever chassis you're using.
yeah, not on this one. On this one, the only two buttons. It's this piece right here is actually spring loaded. I don't know if you and then like there's a button underneath the front and there's a button underneath the back.
Okay,
So
that's
there's two buttons hidden here.
Yeah, the main
So-
power and auxiliary.
Yeah.
I don't think our viewers and listeners realize like how lucky we are. Like, look at what Raimi's wearing. First of all, the jacket. Like, just look at that thing. That thing is not. You don't buy that anywhere. Like, he made that, and then you look at his dang saber that he's customizing.
I have an obsession with this orange and blue thing.
Yeah, you do.
So
Dude,
It's
Steph,
really
can you
calling
find
card.
Steph? Can you find the link and put it in the
Insane.
chat? Mushroom belt, mushroom
Insane.
jacket. I don't know who's gonna. No one's. Joe and I
I don't
might be the
even know
only
what
two
that is.
people. that
Boomerang,
know
dude,
it. It's
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Eddie
It's
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, and
Boomerang.
it's
Oh,
the
what's that
comedian
actor's
that died. The guy from Friday.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Stop eating all the food.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Yep. that guy.
Oh,
No one knows. It's so
Okay.
hilarious.
Yeah.
so
Dude, you look amazing. It's
so,
freaking insane.
our buddy Jason Chiodo, New Hope Workshop, he's going to help me do the install on this, and we're going to film it and we'll put it out so people can watch. Should be cool.
That's rad.
Nice.
Last but not least, on the workbench, we have a new podcast, guys,
Oh yeah.
and it's live.
Oh yeah.
So our first episode of Off the Rack Rebellion, the second show added to the Dad Batch family of podcasts, is now live on YouTube and all of the wherever else you get other fine podcasts are served up. So you can also check it out on the website. So Off the Rack Rebellion, it redirects to a specific page on the dadbatch.com, and you can listen to the inaugural episode there as well. And as new episodes are added, they'll get added to the catalog there too. You can follow them. So Kate Ryder and Billy Maddox, you can follow them. Best way to go is to Off the Rack Rebellion with periods between the words on Instagram, or just search Instagram for Off the Rack Rebellion, and you can link over to both of them. So check it out. And new episodes are going to drop weekly on Sundays, just in time to give you a reason to look forward to your Monday morning commute. So
what I love about that episode, so it's 0-0, right? Remember our first 0-0 episode?
They did that as a nod to us because that's how we had done ours.
I thought that was kind of cool. So I watched it with Kim, and I'm like, the reason why this is going to land so well is there's a lot of people that love to bound, and they don't even know they're bounding. They just kind of go to a theme park, or they dress a certain way in with tipping the hat to a certain movie or character, whether it's Disney characters and princesses. I mean, you do this as kids. You dress your kids up in costumes. But as you get older, adults feel like, oh, I can't wear that princess costume, so I'll dress kind of like a princess. Well, this is cool because this is a Star Wars focus, right? And I was like talking to Kim as we were watching this, and like, what do you think? She's like, oh my God, this is my show. So we don't talk about bounding, not hardly ever. I mean, that's not kind of what we do. So it's really cool that Rami, you're producing this show for them, right? You're kind of.
I was about to say it's produced like really good. I wanted to ask who did the production.
So some of the assets used in there were put together by Billy, one of the hosts of the show, but then I just show up and I hit record, and then I let them do their thing. So
good job.
But and there this first round there was a little bit of work getting everything. Got to prime the pump on getting the podcast stuff all set up. You actually have to like apply and wait for all the different channels to accept it. And like Apple's crazy, like practically have to hand over your firstborn kid to them to get them to publish it. But got through all those hurdles, got it all set up, got YouTube set up. We've got some new art, like anybody that's watching the live stream would have seen. We've got some new artwork on the YouTube channels now to kind of help showcase the second show. So it was fun.
Don't you know people at Apple? Do you know who I am?
This is definitely one of those shows that you can listen to, like you can just listen to the audio version, but you get so much more watching it because it's such a visual show. Like, they're showing you the clothes, like.
So real cool. I don't want to spoil too much, but there's a part in there where Billy talks about, because they talk about their favorite piece that they sort of discovered. Basically searching Amazon, looking at clothes and materials to bound to make Star Wars type costumes. And Billy talked about this, this shoulder pad that he uses, right? For it's usually put it for the recoil of a shotgun or of a pew pew of some sort. He's been wearing that thing. I think he's the first one that really took a certain style, and now it's like taken off. And then I ended up buying one because I saw Billy. I wasn't using it. Brian took it, and now it's on Brian's new Mando dyed black. So yeah.
Was it the recoil pad?
Recoil pad, yeah, yep. Yeah. And Billy will take, like, sometimes he'll say, and he was, again, I'll stop talking. Go watch the show, go listen to the show and hear more about it. But it's just kind of cool to see origin stories for these little pieces, the excitement that creators get when other people use their stuff. It's fun. It's a good listen. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
and it's only like 30 minutes. It's not even a really long podcast.
Yep. The episodes are 30 minutes long, give or take, and that's kind of where everything will be at for the foreseeable future. I do know that they're going to focus on the fashion that's seen in Acolyte once the show starts airing, and they've got plans, like they want to go into kind of breakdowns of the different design aesthetics that went behind a given planet. So like, here's the inspiration behind the costumes you see on Jeddah or on Ferrix or on Dayu, and the fact that there's different aesthetics that influence the fashion that you see on each of the different planets, right? Like what they're wearing on Alderaan is not the same as what people are wearing on Tatooine. So where did they get those ideas from? So they're going to break all that down.
That's right.
Cool.
That's it from my workbench.
Not much, right? Maybe
not busy at all these days.
Not busy at all. So I'm experimenting with paints now, and shout out to David Neth, who's down in San Diego where I live. He has Imperial Surface has this stuff that's made for rubber before you put metal colors on, so it can flex. What's it called? What's it called, John?
Impuriflex.
Impuriflex, yeah. So he He sprayed. I had 2 knees that I got from JJ Industries. These are rubber knees. He painted one with that Imperflex. This one doesn't have that, and I think I got to go Imperflex even with the Montana paints because I tried this. This is actually really good stuff, John. So I used Bulldog. This is really good. I put some down on this and it worked really well for adhesion because I did several layers. I did trying to do the Boba Fett, silver with gray.
With the gray underneath,
The gray underneath. And then I used those that want to know, some people use mustard and toothpaste. I use liquid latex. I mean, yeah.
I've used mustard and latex and other stuff.
They all work, but I like latex, and then and I use just the side of a stick to kind of get the lines, whatever little tricks you do. But it worked really well for the effect. But then as soon as I started bending it, it started cracking, and I'm like, I can't have that, right? So I'm gonna get Imperflex painted on everything else.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you know what material that's made of?
I'm assuming it's the same stuff you're using, man. I don't know.
It looks a little more flimsy. It could be Task 16. There could be X, Y.
They say
Flex
polyurethane
90.
rubber is what they say. That's all they give.
Yeah, they're all urethane rubbers, though.
I know, that's the thing.
Or like urethane resins.
And this is from JJ. My Boba armor is from Redmond.
Okay.
And totally different.
Does it feel the same? Yeah, it's different, right?
It's different, dude. It's so different.
There's so many different. There's like 10 different resins that are sort of similar, and one is more flexible than the other as you go down. So just
and then also the piece as well. So the collar piece for Boba Fett up here, it's really bent. It's like super bendy, and I could flap it around like a pancake. The chest pieces are more, more
sturdy,
rigid. Yeah, and so those won't bend as much. I'm just gonna play it safe and just get Imperflex. I'm just, and David already offered, so I'll buy
just
him.
Have him hit some.
I'll buy him another bottle of Balcones, and we'll be good. But
there you go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it that way, and it's rubber. But the helmet, though, I'm gonna probably go to town with the helmet and start that this weekend. We'll see. And then for like the metallic, I'm not using a Lumilester because I don't have it, but this stuff worked really well. I just used the metallic effect acrylic paint from Montana, and I got the silver I needed because there's not a lot of silver exposed. It's very little, very, very so tiny. It's not worth wasting a Lumilester, in my opinion. If I had more silver showing, I'd probably ask John or whatever, David, for a favor, but it's not worth it. I don't want to waste that paint. That paint's too expensive. But yeah, that's all I'm doing, just experimenting. That's it.
Stevie, if you can unmute yourself and then let us know what you're saying.
I didn't work on anything costume related this week, but I did do classic dad stuff and worked around the house. So we got our concrete poured for the new backyard. I converted our side fence to a gate, which was like, it's much harder than it sounds. Even when you buy the kit, it's like nothing fits, nothing works. So you have to like bust out the Dremel, and that was fun. And then we're just prepping the backyard for the summer. Our barbecue is like completely rusted out from from years of just being exposed in the back. So I went to go clean it, and I was like, picking at the rust off with like a metal stick. And then all of a sudden the metal stick like stabs through the actual steel. And I was just like, whoop, yep, time for a new barbecue. So yeah, that's all we're doing.
Barbecues have shelf life, man. They do.
Do they really? Well, I mean, I'm figuring that out now. So I think I'm going to invest in like an actual stainless steel unit, like the good one, instead of
but even the grill itself, the actual grill that the food goes on, those can deteriorate over time. Where the coating can, if you grill a lot, those pieces you want to change out maybe every so many years, especially if it's out in the elements. But Yeah, dude.
You know, PSA, since we're talking about grilling, don't clean your grills with the steel brush, because there's a thing where, like, if a piece of the steel
Gets
bristle gets stuck and it goes in your food, it can get stuck in your esophagus and you'll never know it, and you'll get poisoned by it. Just FYI. So, yeah, just use a paper towel with oil.
Okay, so no scrub brushes and no exorcist. Got it. I'm learning things on this podcast. I like it.
But that's it. Hey, Raimi, or John, or
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steven. I mean, if John wants to take it.
I don't
Wave
have-
off. Wave
Okay.
off.
We're being hailed. This encryption's new. This might take a while.
Okay, we'll kick this off. We've got a lot of Acolyte news this week. Obviously, show starts next week. So Leslie Headland did an interview with the Den of Geek and talked about the early character development for Amanda Stenberg's character May. She said the character of May was rooted in a very early idea I had even before we had her character, which was, do the Jedi have a monopoly on the Force, or are there Force users that exist in the galaxy who are either dealt with and disposed of, or do they have to keep themselves hidden? Are they good guys or bad guys? So, I mean, we're clearly, I think that from the content that we've seen in the trailers and stuff, that her character is very much sort of in the gray. Earlier on in the media push, I think they wanted us to think that she was the bad guy, but as we've been getting more content, I think we now know that there's something a little bit worse out there that we just haven't seen yet. Were you gonna play the trailer? Or?
Dude,
Worst.
I think that the trailers that they released something else, but it was just recut content that we'd already
there was
seen.
an image I saw that had, it looked like either the bad guy or someone was coming through a portal, like the world between worlds.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
That's what it looked like to me. I was like, is that what I think it is? You know, and
Okay.
I mean,
we
why
wanna-
not? Because that exists, right? So
yeah, I was like, oh damn, is this? I'm like, oh, they're doing that, you know, like, but I could be wrong.
I wasn't going to get into this because this is more of a Wreckers rumors kind of thing, but we could talk about that. Like,
It is
so
a Wreckers rumors for sure.
I got yelled at by somebody in messages for our Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day thing that I put up.
wait, I'm
What
lost.
happened?
was it a spoiler?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Maybe it was a Wreckers rumor. I don't know.
okay.
The villain. I put a picture of the villain's face, and I just put Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, that's not a
Oh.
spoiler.
Okay. Well,
The
maybe.
the company's already put it out. It's not something.
the photograph is, but in context with the Mother's Day thing, maybe.
Mother. I like that Danzig song. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, so she also Leslie Headland also talked about her reasoning for incorporating the Sith, even though the Jedi in Phantom Menace say that, you know, the Sith have been gone for millennia, right? So and they've taken some flack on social media for that because of that line in the Phantom Menace, and we know that this takes place about 100 years before that. You know, they're like, well, why? What is it? Is it 100 years or is it millennia? So she said there are certain things that happened in the prequels about the Sith and about Darth Maul and the Jedi's understanding of them that I found intriguing. Qui-Gon on Tatooine immediately knows that Darth Maul is a Sith from fighting him and then reports that to the Jedi Council. Yoda knows about the rule of two. He says there's always a master and an apprentice. So while they're considered extinct, there was a little bit of knowledge about the Sith that I felt would not have come from ancient history. To me, it felt like to know that information that quickly, it would have had to have been at least in the past 100 years. So maybe the Jedi as a collective whole considers the Sith extinct, but maybe there are some that believe it to be, you know, that there are that maybe know more than others. I don't know. So we'll see. But it sounds like that's something that was considered and is taken into account.
So now it is 100 years ago. 100 years.
That's this week's version of the press.
All of a
refers to it
sudden?
100. This week's version of the press
All of a
refers to it
sudden?
100.
Yeah. Because remember when I said that, everyone's like, "No, it's not. It's 200 years."
Yeah,
Now all
and
of a
then
sudden
and
it's
then
like,
it was
"Oh,
and then it was
100
50. They
years."
have absolutely waffled in their own statements about the thing, but yeah,
The
100
internet
is
doesn't forget.
100 is the
Tell your
what we're
children
saying
not
right
to
now.
go my way.
So, speaking of the rule of two, that we know that was a rule established by Darth Bane, and interestingly enough, Headland also mentions Darth Bane in the interview and had this to say. She said, I really toyed with utilizing Darth Bane or mentioning Bane. We do not do it in the first season. That seems like oddly specific wording, don't you think? She says, but obviously the legacy of those practitioners of the dark side. While we don't get into that particular lore yet, there were some things in Legends that I wanted to drag out because I felt they were really interesting. Excuse me, not only to the storyline, but to myself as a fan. I thought, well, I'd love to do that. So she's drawn from Legends as well. So we should expect to see some of that content get pulled back into canon based on
she's
this.
wearing some Revan looking armor already right there. What if they make her
I think.
Revan?
Oh, man.
I mean,
I hadn't even thought of that.
Because she's
It's been
wearing
well
the hood.
established that
Hadn't even thought of that.
Because
it's been well established that Leslie Headland has envisioned that this was a 3-season show, but that this first season does have it ends. The season ends in a point where it can conclude after one season, depending on
if they needed it to, right?
Yeah, if it gets greenlit for a season 2 and 3, but that's all going to be dependent upon, ratings and etc.
Here's the thing that I think they're gonna have to figure out for casual. Like I'm a fan, but I don't read the comics. I don't read the books like a lot of fans do, and so they're gonna have to spend a lot of time in this first season building context. I think for most Star Wars fans, so it'll be interesting to see how they pull you in and keep you watching from week to week while still keeping the fans that know the lore, engaged. That's not an easy thing to do because they have to catch people up like me, right? That I don't follow stuff pre-OT. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or prequel types. You know what I mean? So like it'd be interesting to see how they navigate that.
You know how remember in Rogue One, had what's his name? Baze and Chirrut?
Baze Malbus and Chirrut Imwe.
Right? They belonged. I forgot what it was.
I went
called.
with the Force. The Force is with me.
The Guardians of the Wills.
Guardians of the Wills.
Guardians of the Wills. So they weren't Jedi, but they were just believers of.
One was.
Well, it is said that Chirrut had the Force or used it in some way, and Baze was just his homie,
right?
Like mercenary friend.
Yeah,
I mean, to say that, the characters, the acolytes of the Sith in this show, maybe they're just the equal opposites of them, right?
Oh, you mean like not full?
Right, they're not Sith lords, but they're just the Chirrut. They're like the dark side version of Chirrut and Maze.
Maybe. There's also like Dark Jedi and stuff like that. Like there's could be anything.
Tangent,
whatever they want.
Tangent, but I didn't have this in my notes, and I actually did intend to talk about this. But speaking of the Guardians of the Wills, so we've got a new possible working title for the what we had previously been referring to as the origin of the dawn of the Jedi.
Oh
film.
yeah, yep.
So word on the street is right now that's being referred to as Jedi Prime.
Ooh.
And I don't know if this is kind of a fan thing or not, but the artwork that's being circulated along that is a picture of Jedha. Which I would be okay with them delving into that whole Guardians of the Wills thing.
Because that's on Jedha.
On Jedha and like the origin of the Jedi and like that being kind of a significant place.
And they had those giant statues, right?
They did, yeah.
Statues,
that looked too much like Obi-Wan, but it wasn't Obi-Wan. Like yeah. So I don't hate that title. I actually like that. Although I can't not picture like Optimus Prime when I hear it.
But remember also in the sequel trilogy there was the Prime Jedi. That was the tile mosaic that Rey saw when she was on Octo.
Ooh,
Remember that?
Yeah, you're right. The mosaic on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the Prime Jedi. That was, and because where Luke is, isn't that where the first Jedi Temple was?
I don't know if it was the first one, but it was
The island. That
It
island?
was
Isn't that the first Jedi
an
Temple?
early one.
Can the chat confirm? Can someone confirm?
Yeah, that's the art. There's the artwork. Steven's showing it.
There
That
it
was-
is.
That
That's
was the
it.
mosaic on the floor.
That's exactly.
Oh, that
it.
Ray was on.
That that was like full of water. That water was splashing up on and stuff. That
That's
she had
right.
her hand on.
That's right.
Yeah, see, it's light and dark. It's a balance of the dark and the light. It's not one or the other. Which is something she kind of.
That looks
masters
like
the
that bean art that you do in like elementary school.
Yeah.
You know, when you take like beans to school and you kind
It's
of
missing.
Very yin yang.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Let's do some bean art, children.
It needs some macaroni in there too, Joe.
There you go. That's the macaroni on the edge. Macaroni.
There's
okay, got
beans.
it.
There's everything in there. Yeah.
You can bring some legumes.
Get the little
legume
This
art,
is
leg-
this is
legume
what
art.
this is what the chili that Joe makes. This is how he
That's how he presents it.
presents
that's-
it. before
You got
he
white
serves it,
bean,
yeah.
you got
Basically,
pinto
Kim
bean.
gets that in the morning on Mother's Day. Hey, here's some bean art.
Would you
It's
prefer
like-
some light side or
You know
dark
how,
side?
you know how lattes
Eat
have
it.
like flowers?
Yeah, yes, that John's going to say what I
Her
was gonna say.
chili has the Jedi Prime, and it's in the huge,
Dude, Ray has been playing on a plate full of chili the whole time.
Instead of doing the artwork on top of the coffee, it's beans sprinkled onto the top of the chili.
Beans on top of chili.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the lore continues. It grows.
Okay.
Chili art.
So, fun fact: Amanda Stenberg, who plays May in Acolyte, she knows how. She's a very accomplished violinist. And so, Star Wars YouTube channel dropped a video of Acolyte lead Amanda Stenberg playing the Star Wars theme on her violin. So, apparently, this rendition was specifically scored for her to perform. Oh, and then we've got the video here. Yeah, to
Ooh, let's
perform.
watch it.
So we're gonna play the first minute of this, and then I want everybody else to just go out and give it a watch on the Star Wars channel on YouTube.
I'm down, dude. I love classical.
Any minute now,
I
Steven.
hit play, but nothing's happening.
That's a picture. There needs
My
to be
little
Come on, Steven.
that's a picture.
I think it's just is it just a picture, maybe?
is the download bad?
Now.
It loaded as a video.
Mm.
Dang it!
Bum, 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 ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Oh, wrong song.
Give me a second. I can pull it up.
Mother.
No, if I pull it up in YouTube, we won't hear the audio, will I?
Tell your children not to hear my word.
Will that work, Steven? If we play it from YouTube, will the audio come through?
What they mean, what they say.
Stand by.
Mother.
Sorry. I pulled that video down. I usually don't have any trouble. I didn't even QC it.
And
Anyway, that was nice.
See, if John had been doing the news, that would have been much smoother.
Yeah. Hunter's HoloNet News is not known for this.
Again.
What if she lied on her resume? She's not very good.
I am here today at the John Williams Music Building. I've been playing the violin since the 3rd grade. I don't think that you can love Star Wars without loving the Star Wars score. John Williams has the ability to create music that feels huge in scope while still being emotive.
Oh,
oh wow.
I was ecstatic when I found out. I mean, and terrified. It's a once in a lifetime experience and it's something I'll hold forever. I'm so nervous. The violin I'm playing today is my grandfather's violin. I'm just going to try to drop into it and let the emotion of it sing.
How dare you?
that's all you get.
you got to
That's
go
all
out
you
to,
get.
go out to Star Wars' YouTube channel and
Okay, I'm going right now. All right, bye guys.
It's good. It's real good.
It's good. She did not lie on her resume. She's good.
Imagine
she went
John
into, like, a
Williams,
muddy-
right? Sorry,
She
go ahead.
went some mariachi version of that. Never mind. Sorry, I was gonna be silly. Go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you're not only do you get to act in Star Wars and then be a lifelong Star Wars fan, but then it's like, oh hey, John Williams is writing a specific version of the song for you. Like, oh,
It's an
man.
arrangement for solo
Jeez.
violin. That's sick.
Jeez.
That's awesome.
He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
baby, I'll write you a song, baby.
I don't think he sounds like that, Steven.
That's how he talks.
He actually
says,
does
"Yeah,
talk.
baby."
He actually does talk like
Does
that.
he go,
He
hey,
sound-
baby. Hey, baby. Hey, get over here,
He's-
baby.
He's very
Bring
Yeah,
that
like
he's-
violin
he
over
sounds-
there, baby.
He sounds just like is
Here's
that
your
Star
mark.
Wars mariachi?
Yes, it is.
Orale! It's Star Wars.
The Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. War
Okay.
de Star.
Okay. Wrapping up the Acolyte specific part of the news. So friendly reminder, Acolyte drops next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. on if you're on Brian's side of the country. And we're getting 2 episodes that night. It'll be 1 episode per week after that. And both episodes that we see next week were directed by showrunner Leslie Headland herself.
It's not next week, June 4. 2 weeks.
Oh, is it 2 weeks away? Sorry. I was thinking it was next. Okay. Anywho, yes, correct. Sorry, June 4th. So a little bit of Skeleton Crew news. So we've got our first peek at the final looks of the main set of kids leading the upcoming show Skeleton Crew, thanks to a product packaging leak. So it looks to be some kind of metal ingot that's roughly the size of a deck of cards. Presumably this will be the packaging that we're going to see for the merchandising for all of the stuff for Skeleton Crew. So, which is interesting because I don't think I've seen any package reveals for any merchandise for Acolyte yet. So I don't know.
This was probably done so early.
No, there was
Was there?
Acolyte Black Series figures. We reviewed those on the show.
But
You're right.
but those don't have unique packaging art. Like, you know how they have like specific artwork.
No, I get
The Black
'cause
Series
it-
figures just have
for-
Hasbro's Black
Well,
Series.
no,
for-
the
for
Black Series have
character.
unique artwork on the sides of the character, but
But that's
it's
not
not
like,
it's not unique branding, right? It's
Correct.
just each character, right? I
Yeah.
get it.
so. But I haven't seen anything like that for Acolyte. But yeah, we've got. So what's interesting is this is our first look, and so the alien one is an Ortolan, the species, the little kid Ortolan, named Neil. This is actually only the other than Ahsoka, I think this is the next time that we've seen a lead be an alien. Right, there have been plenty of supporting characters that were aliens, but have we ever had another lead alien?
Does a Wookiee count? A Wookiee?
Fair. Wookiees, yeah. That's fair. Yeah,
It's an alien for sure. Yeah.
definitely.
But
So,
otherwise,
but yeah. So you can actually pre-order this ingot. It's $26 at the We Are Fanatic website. Steph will share that in the live stream chat, and we'll put it out for everybody else. It's worth noting that the folks at We Are Fanatic wanted to make it clear that they are not the ones who leaked the image. They even put it in the right. They're like, that was not us. That happened farther upstream within the licensing channel.
but
We
it's
didn't do it.
available.
But you can pre-order it now. Like I said, it's $26. So we'll get the link out there.
You know what I like about there's a term for this type of image. Because like the episode 1, it was always Darth Maul's face,
Mm-hmm.
right? I forgot what this is called, but what I really like about this is that it kind of evokes that same like you're gonna see this kind of merchandise, you're gonna see this image everywhere.
Yes.
Especially because the show comes out during the holiday season. I think, and like
Yep.
they're gonna like all the Christmas shopping stuff is just gonna have this everywhere. I think they even said that the show might even come out on Christmas, right?
That is
It's not
one of the-
confirmed.
That's not
Yes.
confirmed, but that is one of the
The
possible
rumors.
Yeah.
One of Wrecker's rumors for sure.
Yep.
Dude, yeah, you're gonna have pajamas with this stuff, everything. It's a skeleton
I
crew
can't wait for
everywhere.
some of the random figures that come out from that.
Yeah. Safe bet we'll get all the characters that you see on this ingot. which
Now
is
there's
kid plus a
Yeah,
droid.
for sure. There's
There-
a droid.
did
Yeah.
we see that droid anywhere?
No, I
Not
think this
yet.
might be the first
That
time we've
might be
seen
the
that
first
droid.
look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. He's holding something, or it's holding something. A ball.
Oh, is that its hand? Or is that
It's
just
a hand.
It
It
is
looks
its
like
hand.
it's
detail
holding.
on his shoulder? Is
Hand
it-
holding
is that-
something. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Ish.
What if it's holding one of these
Maps. One of those
star maps?
star maps.
Might
I
be
mean,
a
all
thermal
right.
detonator.
Okay, this is going to get messy, but I can actually zoom.
Ooh,
I can
thermal
zoom in on
detonator,
this.
yeah.
Give me a second.
I think it's a
Look at it,
TD.
that.
It's Life Day. Oh,
Oh, it could be a life day orb.
So those
I
are
think-
not his fingers. Those are like a
Oh,
silhouette.
you're right.
It's like
it's
a
the- it's just-
silhouette of
Them
the
walking.
kid. So that's Jude Law's character in the Four Kids
In the
walking.
front, yeah.
Oh.
Dang, look at
Could have
that.
been this.
It did look like his hand though from far away.
It
We're
did.
we're calling it a star map. It's a star map. It's you heard it here first.
It might just be his costume. He might just have circular.
It looks
design.
like it could be his costume, right?
Or
like,
that- or
is,
that
or is
might-
it a
That might be
sun or
the moon or the sun behind the kid. The people
I don't
walking.
remember.
Yeah, who knows?
like
mean,
ET?
I'm digging the Geordie LaForge visor though. I might wear that.
Doesn't it have an '80s vibe? The art. It looks like
Very
something from the
Goonies.
80s.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Very
I mean
Goonies.
that would be probably considering it's a cast of kids. That would
Last
probably be a-
Starfighter, kind of like old.
Like very vintage. Early '80s, mid '80s, '80s in general, I guess.
Yeah. A little bit of that
Kid adventure.
a little bit of that Drew Struzan vibe that they always try and put into the Star Wars posters and stuff.
Yeah. They did
Man,
a
it's
good
Star
job.
Wars content. I'm eating it. I don't care. I am consuming all.
Yeah.
I forgot I built this thing. This is a Big Fred's prop.
Mm-hmm.
Did that
Can you
one
turn-
open?
Can you turn it?
Yeah, of course. I did a good job on this.
Oh, dude, that's so sick.
Mhm.
Look at that.
Of course. This one's actually good.
Dang.
Wow. Oh,
All
you
of a sudden-
lubed that one up, right?
I did move it up.
You did. I remember you put like oil in it, like
Spit. Oil
or
and
not oil. It was like grease or something. It's cool. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Okay, one little extra bit of news. So announcement went out today. So anybody that's going to be attending San Diego Comic-Con that happens to be in any of the kind of the Star Wars clubs, so Droid Builders, Saber Guild, the costume clubs like 501st Rebel Legion, Dark Empire, stuff like that. So they made the announcement today that the Dad Batch is going to be part of the show at the Hosnian Prom, which is the Legion Bash that's taking place at San Diego Comic-Con. So it's Thursday, July 25th. It runs from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And there's a cocktail hour from 6 to 7. It was originally going to be at the San Diego Library, but because of some schedule conflicts, they changed it. So it's now taking place at the Wicked West, which I was looking at pictures of this place. This venue is crazy. I mean, it's like Mosh kind of venue or even bigger
Oh, wow.
in there. So it looked neat. So they've got a cantina hour, and there's going to be singing by Jeremy Russell during that. DJ Rue, our friend who also is going to be at Prop Swap, he's going to be there DJing for part of the event. They've got some dancers from the ethereal motion of the core dance crew, and then they've got when the flux capacitors do an event called that's Star Wars related, they call it the Force capacitors.
Nice.
So, but then also there are special guests, the Dad Batch, and we'll have more to share about what exactly we'll be doing there as we get closer to the event. So tickets for this are going to go on sale to the club members starting on June 1st. There's like a limited pre-sale for the local branch of the club, like the local 501st and Rebel Legion, for example, that are down in San Diego. Tickets will go on sale more broadly on June 1st. Your ticket's going to include a donation to the Starlight Children's Foundation,
which is awesome.
You get a raffle ticket. I'm not sure what the prizes are. We'll probably have more to share on that as we get closer as well. You get a full catered dinner, an open bar, with
Oh, wow.
additional mixed drinks that I think you can buy extra, but the open bars, like, the usual stuff. All the entertainment, there's like a swag pack that'll come with the ticket as well. So again, for anybody that's in the San Diego area, that's a member of one of the clubs, there's a pre-sale going on right now for those tickets. Going to open up to the broader global club community on June 1st. You got to be 18 to attend. If for any reason that we get closer to the event and they didn't sell all the tickets out, they will go on sale to the general public, and we'll be sure to announce that if that happens.
Dude, those general, usually at these bashes, they have a few tickets. Yeah, like they have a few tickets left towards the end for general public who aren't in the clubs, and they sell out fast. Like
they do.
They have to announce, like, they usually announce when they're gonna go on sale for the public, and then they're just gone. So
yeah, but I've been talking to the guys from the Flux Capacitors today, because they're the band, and about what we will be doing. Joe's laughing because he's on the email chain, I think.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
it'll be fun.
It should be fun.
We're gonna be, by that day of the week, we're gonna be very caffeinated just to keep us going. It's gonna be, because it's like, there's a lot happening that week,
which translates to we cannot be held responsible for our actions at this event. I'm just putting it out there right now.
Very caffeinated.
Are we giving away helmets?
No, Steven, stop.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Are you giving away helmets?
Yeah,
John, just get ahead of it and start promising stuff that Steven's gonna do.
So I heard Steven's bringing us a big surprise to give away. Huge, like from his collection. So
show up at the Hosnian Prom event for the helmet of your choice.
Ask about Steven's
printed and casted and painted and donated by Stevie Kicks.
Yeah. Ask about that, because he's bringing it. Yeah, he said
Rogue Vader cod pieces by Steven.
Oh yeah.
And that is it for the news.
Yeah.
one more thing, and then I'll use my tagline. So don't forget that you can email us your news items, and we'll talk about it on the show at news@thedadbatch.com. And that actually is it for the news.
This is Darth Vader, commanding you to listen to the Dad Batch podcast. It is your destiny.
One man.
No.
When your life is no longer your own.
What does that mean?
When everything you know is wrong.
That's wrong.
In an outpost.
No.
On the edge of space.
There's no space.
A girl.
No.
Two girls.
No.
Now.
No.
More than ever.
Stop it.
A renegade cop.
I hate you.
A robot renegade cop.
You're fired.
You're fired.
No, you're actually fired.
I'm fired.
What?
This is awkward.
Okay, so we don't. That's the only bumper that I have. I don't have a dedicated bumper yet for this new segment. But we talked about it a little bit before. This is our movie trailer review, and I thought, what better trailer to review this week than Episode 1, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. It's their 25th anniversary, and I thought we should review this trailer and just take it back to 1999, guys.
Is this the first one, the very first glimpse trailer?
This is the very first teaser trailer for The Phantom Menace. So this is if you take it back to 1999. 1998, August of 1998.
Yeah.
This is the first new Star Wars that we got a taste of since the 80s.
Dude, 16 years.
16 years.
Imagine 16 years. There's no cartoons, there's no shows, there's no 16 years.
The only thing we had were video games and books.
A lot of books.
Yeah.
In celebration of the 25th anniversary, Star Wars remastered the original trailer in 4K, and so here it is. Let's watch it together. regeneration percentage. We were seeing Tatooine again. Oh, look at the dewbacks right there.
Dewbacks and the silver SR-71.
Yeah.
This was a big deal because we were like, we're gonna find out how everything happens.
Yeah.
What planet is that? Who's that person in red? Who's that?
Is that Princess Leia?
Is that Darth Vader breathing?
Yes. Pod racers. Sabers.
Obi-Wan and Saber.
You were.
Will I ever see you again? What does your heart tell you?
Are you sure about this? Trusting our fate to a boy we hardly know?
Anakin Skywalker, meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I sense much fear in you.
Oh, Puppet Yoda.
Puppet Yoda.
Why can't you?
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Great line.
Oh, and that was the first time we'd ever seen a double-bladed saber.
Double-bladed protection.
Oh, C-3PO's naked.
Dude, how can I still get chills?
Oh, I got goosies again.
The saga begins. 1999.
Insert the shut up and take my money gif right now.
Oh man, so good, dude. So the sounds, the legacy sounds were there. The bravado, the music of John Williams is there. Just those two things alone, the sound, just the audible.
I remember they had sold. There was a mail away figure that you could get of Mace Windu. And it was just Mace Windu in a Jedi. It was just Sam Jackson in a Jedi robe, and he came with a blue lightsaber.
Episode 1.
Yep. Yeah. But then I think it was at Walmart you could get the battle droid with the stap. And
oh yeah.
And that was before any footage came out or anything. And I was just like, oh, this is gonna be the new Stormtrooper. And he's flying around on this thing. And then when we saw it flying around in that trailer, oh my god. I was just my imagination at that point, I couldn't even comprehend what I was seeing.
Where were you? Like physically? Where were you when you saw
I saw that?
Yeah.
I think we talked about that. But I was on I was at home watching it on Entertainment Tonight.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I remember that show, dude.
Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
They had,
I was thinking the same thing, Joe.
I had a jacket signed by Pat O'Brien.
Oh, really?
Random. And it was that was Access Hollywood.
That's your mustache, dude. Pat O'Brien mustache. There you go.
Access Hollywood.
Homage.
Dang.
Remember that?
Joe, you went and saw it in the theater, right? With Meet Joe Black.
Dude, yes, dude. So it was like that movie was out, Matrix was coming out, like it was all around that time, I think. And I was in the UK when I saw it.
Ooh.
Instead of the AMC, they have what's called the Odeon, and we're at the Odeon in Lincolnshire. And I'm pretty sure my mouth was open the whole time, just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing! So cool, so sick.
Episode 1 was just like the hype for episode 1 was it was a different time. George Lucas had all the money in the world. He could do whatever he wanted. No one could tell him no.
So again, put this in perspective, context. 16 years from the last Star Wars, it was the beginning of the internet going public. We had no such thing as cell phones, like what we have. Like they're starting to come out, and they're like flip phones, but they weren't computers that we have now. It was literally just to make a phone call. So access to information and things and texting was just not a thing.
You had to camp out for your seat in the theater.
Oh, dude.
Like a week before. like a week before.
And how did you purchase your tickets? You had to wait
at
in
the
line
movie theater
when they
That's what I
opened.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, like remember, like you buy the ticket, but then you have to wait in line just to get the best seat to get in the theater.
Yeah, but
right?
if you're first in line. You get your ticket and then you go into the front of the line.
Yeah.
And then you had to hold on to the physical ticket.
Yeah.
Back in
Damn.
my day,
We
you
were so
had to have a
primitive.
real
Yeah.
ticket.
Now you just have an email barcode or something. You're like beep beep beep, scan it.
Yoda puppet, man. I remember watching it. The criticism at the time was like, why couldn't they just bring back the same Yoda with just give him a little bit more hair, you know? But because they made it a whole new. It was Jim Henson, right? All that crew was brought in to make the puppets, and
Was it
George
Jim
was
Henson?
like, it was a Hanson. Yeah, it was Hanson's. It was. He might have been. I think he was still alive at that time, but it was his company that
studio,
made
yeah.
his studio that made the originals. I think.
That was a good time. Yeah, that was a good trailer.
99 was a
Let's
good
watch it.
time.
You guys want to watch it again?
Damn, that's pretty nice.
Let's watch it one more time. 20th Century Fox.
Dude, so sick. The visuals are so amazing, man. My gosh.
Yeah.
And it was imagine seeing that for the first time.
Crazy.
What is that? Who is she? Faith is great.
That's the new Death Star.
You make Wada look like a villain. Like a major villain.
What does your heart tell you?
Are you sure about this? Trusting our fate to a boy we hardly know?
Anakin
Qui-Gon with
Skywalker,
a G,
meet
bro.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Needed more.
I sense much fear in you.
The boy is dangerous. They all sense it. Why can't you?
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
So much has been built on that line. When I watched
I was
it,
like,
yeah.
I was gonna say when I watched it in theater just recently, like a week ago or so, we stayed till the whole end credit scene. We wanted to hear the theme song to the very, very end, and at the very, very end, before I went to the Acolyte preview, you heard Vader breathing. At the very end of the music fades out, and you just hear. Oh, and dude, I got more chills. Like the movie ended, and I'm still getting chills.
I remember walking out of that thinking like, what did I was processing everything. And then I was like, wait, Darth Vader built 3PO?
Right. I know, right?
That was the revelation. Yeah. Like,
I was
whoa.
like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway, good stuff. Good stuff.
But I like how they cleaned it up though later on, you know.
Did Vader ever see 3PO in the original trilogy? Did he
I don't
ever
think they ever
encounter
met.
him?
They never knew each other after that, I think.
Well, I think on Bespin, he was on Chewie's back.
Yeah,
But
he probably
that-
didn't. He didn't.
But there's
his
a
brain-
million protocol
Yeah,
droids.
He's
that's
just
the
a
thing.
protocol
They
droid.
all, yeah, by then they all look the same.
Yeah. It could be anyone's. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Very
Good
nice.
stuff. Good stuff.
Awesome. Good review.
Is there an echo in here?
Yes,
What?
I'm Echo.
Are we just going to Photoshop the sound? Photoshop. Are we just going to add the sound in later?
I played the sound.
They played
I
it.
did not. Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't hear it. Interesting.
Boom, 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 boom.
I didn't hear that. Okay. I wonder what's going on in my end then. Okay, so today's dad jokes, and for the foreseeable future are sponsored by.
Oh.
So we've got a copy of the Star Wars dad jokes book here by Kelly Knox. So
My good friend.
I'm going to read some of these. So, did you hear about the stormtrooper who couldn't see out of his helmet? He didn't know what he was missing. I don't know if do I need to wait? I don't know if you're playing the sound because I, for some reason, can't hear it. Okay. How I didn't, there's a glitch in the system. How many rebels does it take to transmit stolen Death Star plans? 1 and or 2.
Yeah.
No.
And or.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
I actually like that.
What happens when Imperial fighters race? It always ends in a tie.
Oh, nice.
These are good.
Okay. What last one for today, and then we'll save the rest of the entire book for later. How does Darth Vader keep the Star Destroyer warm?
How?
With a space heater.
Is there an echo in here?
Yes,
What?
I'm Echo.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I think that's going to do it for us today. If you enjoyed listening, feed that algorithm and leave a 5-star review on your podcast app. Be sure to include that cake emoji. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just subscribe down below and you can be entered to win an Alpha Ignition helmet of your choice, casted by the Dad Batch and painted by our very own Tech.Dadbatch, Joe Lara. You can follow me at stevie.kicks on Instagram, sometimes on X and Threads. Gentlemen, let the listeners know where they can find you. John?
Alpha Ignition and at thedadbatch.com.
And Joe?
At thegreatpropswap.com.
And Remy?
All of those things, yeah. It's thedadbatch.com, which also has Off the Rack Rebellion content.
Ooh.
So busy at work on that.
And
Steven?
that's it. Yeah.
And
Where
you?
can we find
No,
you?
I already, yeah. Well, I mean, you can find
Oh,
me.
you already did it.
Leaving it out kicks, yeah. But
Yeah.
don't forget to share the prop swap on
Oh,
socials.
yeah.
and
If you want to
tag
get in
us.
for free, do that.
Send you a free ticket.
That's right.
Boom.
Thank you again, everybody, for listening to episode 93 of the Dad Batch podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for episode 94. And until next time, enjoy your spice responsibly.